Hello, Brandon here. In this video, I'm going to do a quick demonstration on how to use Node.js test runner with a third-party dependencies and JSDOM to do a UI test. So I'm looking this article from Node.js website. You can search for Node.js using Node.js test runner. You will find this article. Basically, we can use native Node.js test runner to test some Unix testing of our JS function, JavaScript function, and some basic UI test. Now I'm going to jump to my VS Code. Let me give a quick rundown of the project. So I have a basic package.json. I just installed the JSDOM dependency. Now I got a UI test folder. Inside this folder, I have two files. First one is my menu class. I wanted to text later on. Let me give you a quick look of this menu class. So when constructor, we are passing 3 arguments, and then we attach to this class property. And when we run this class, we do quite a few checking. Yeah, I will come back to this class later on, and then we do the toggle navigation. Let's jump back to the menu test. So here we will importing the describe and it function from Node namespace and text. We'll also import the assert from Node assert, and then we'll import the JSDOM from JSDOM. After that, we're importing the menu class from our menu.mjs file. And we set up the basic option for JSDOM. You can find this information on JSDOM documentation. Now let me continue. First, we describe our menu that we want to test. Now we move to our first text. We will have more tests later on. I will uncomment them and show you in a minute. Let's jump to check out the first text. Now my first text is should throw error when container is not valid. We first create a new JSDOM instance, and we grab the Windows object, and then we wait for the Windows to load. Actually, this is not needed. And then we instantiate our new menu class. As you can see earlier, that our menu accepts 3 arguments. So at this moment, first test, I'm not passing any container argument. So when the menu runs, if it doesn't have a valid container, it will throw a new error. Container is not valid. That's why I'm not passing any container argument here. We want to try to test that if you run this menu, it will throw an error. Now let me open the terminal. To run the Node.js test runner, we can just type node and test. It will automatically pick up the file name menu.test.mjs. Okay, our first text pass should throw error when container is not valid. But I can show you that once we pass a valid container, we can pass the document object we extract from Windows. Now, if I done it right, this should throw test should not pass. Yeah, we have failed text. Now let me revert this. Actually, I'll keep my first test. I'm going to uncomment my second test. I'm going to demonstrate right now. So for the second text, is to throw error when toggle button is not found. So in this case, I'm still passing the same DOM markup, but in this menu, inside this menu class, we are passing a toggle button. As you can see here, my button has a class toggle, but I'm intentionally passing this toggle. So when this runs, our second test is passed because we didn't find any valid toggle class based on our class code. If we don't have a valid toggle button, we will throw another error. Yeah, you get the idea. Let me move on to my third test. So this one, if should throw error when toggle button's error control attribute is not set or empty. Because from my menu class, we're getting the error controls value from the toggle button, and we use that to find our navigation element, get elements by ID. So if we don't have a error control value or it's empty, we should throw an error. So for this one, I'm setting the error controls to be a empty value, and then we just do the same, instantiate the class, and we run the menu class. Now that's me run the test. Yeah, I throw error when toggle button's error control attribute is not set or empty. Okay, let's move on. I have my number 4 test. So for this one, it should throw error when navigation element is not found, because this guy is tries to toggle click a button to toggle the navigation on mobile. If we don't have a navigation element, we should throw another error. So in this case, I'm adding a ROM nav ID here, but the button control, the arrow control is still nav. So in this class, we shouldn't find the correct nav element. So it should throw error. Let me run this test again. Yeah, we have 4 passing text. Okay, last one. Last one, we are testing a bit of DOM manipulation. So it should update toggle button as error expanded to true and nav to have an open class. So this one, when we click this button, error expanded value will be changed to true, and nav element will have an extra class, which is this one. We then will be using CSS to control the display of this nav element. The first few parts is the same as before, and after that we're getting the toggle button from the document object, and then we get the nav. Now we can do a toggle dispatch event, new window, mouse event click. Once we click the button, we should check we're using the assert strict equal. Before that, we were using throws to check the error. Now we're using the strict equal. Toggle get attribute error expanded equals true, and then we assert another one on the nav element. We assert that it has a nav open class, which we passed in from the argument. Okay, let me run this. Yeah, we have a passing test on number 5, our last test. Other than the dispatch a new event, we can also use toggle click. Let's try this as well. Yeah. So technically, when we click this toggle button again, now this our toggle button attribute error expanded to set back to false, and our nav element shouldn't contain nav open class. Let's run the text to check this one again. Yeah, we have also the parsing test for this one. Okay, this is the main focus of this video. I might have done something wrong in my course or my demonstration, because I'm just starting to explore the test runner. I did do a pure unit test on my company's project for testing a JavaScript function to calculate some numbers for a calculator in one of our projects. But UI testing, I'm still first time trying to do a bit of UI testing with native Node.js test runner. Yeah, and you can check more on this article. They have a few more examples. I will prepare a repo for these few files and post to my GitHub and share the link below in the video description. Feel free to check it out, fork it, and play with it yourself. Let me know what you think.